What can we learn from Abraham Lincoln's life? He was not born rich. He was not born powerful. He started with very little. But he never stopped learning. He believed that knowledge creates opportunities. He worked hard every day. He stayed honest. He treated people with respect. He faced many challenges. He lost people he loved. He experienced failure. He lived through war. Yet he never gave up. That is why the world still remembers him. His story teaches us that your future is not decided by where you begin. It is decided by your choices, your effort, and your determination. Learning English is very similar. Some lessons are difficult. Some days feel slow. Sometimes you make mistakes. That is completely normal. Every new word helps you improve. Every story makes you more confident. Every lesson brings you closer to your goal. So, never stop learning. Never stop believing in yourself. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and support Historytime English. Leave a comment below and tell us which historical figure you would like to discover next. Until our next adventure, take care of yourself. Keep learning, keep listening, and keep enjoying the beautiful journey of English. Goodbye, and see you in the next story. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12th, 1809. He was born in Kentucky, in the United States. His home was a small log cabin. A log cabin is a house made from wood. The cabin had only one room. His family was very poor. His father was named Thomas Lincoln. He worked as a farmer. His mother was Nancy Lincoln. She was kind and caring. Abraham also had an older sister. Her name was Sarah. Life was not easy for the family. They had very little money. Every day was full of hard work. Even as a young boy, Abraham helped his parents. He carried water from the river. He gathered wood for the fire. He helped care for the animals. Sometimes he worked in the fields. The work was difficult, but Abraham never complained. His mother believed in education. She wanted her son to learn. She told him wonderful stories. She taught him to be honest. She taught him to be kind. She taught him to respect others. There were no good schools nearby. Books were very hard to find. But Abraham loved reading. Whenever he found a book, he read every single page. He wanted to understand the world. He asked many questions. He enjoyed learning new things. Even as a little boy, he dreamed of a better future. He did not know it yet, but those dreams would change his life forever. When Abraham was 7 years old, his family moved to Indiana. His father wanted better farmland. The journey was long and difficult. They traveled through forests. They crossed rivers together. Finally, they built a new home. Life was still very hard. The family worked every day. Everyone had important jobs. Then something terrible happened. Abraham's mother became very sick. There was no good medicine. Doctors could not help her. Abraham watched her become weaker. He felt frightened and helpless. In 1818, his mother passed away. Abraham was only 9 years old. His heart was broken. He missed her every day. Life became much harder. His father needed help. 1 year later, he married again. His new wife was Sarah Bush Johnston. Sarah was kind and caring. She treated Abraham like her own son. She noticed his love for learning. She encouraged him to read. She brought more books into the house. This changed Abraham's life. He borrowed books from neighbors. Sometimes he walked many miles, just to borrow one book. He read by the fireplace. He read by candlelight. He read whenever he had time. Every new book taught him something. His love of learning grew stronger. He believed knowledge was a treasure. He knew education could change his future. Little by little, a poor farm boy was preparing for an extraordinary life. As Abraham grew older, he became very tall. He was strong from farm work. He worked hard every day, but he never stopped learning. Books became his best friends. He borrowed every book he could find. He read history and law. He also loved the Bible. Every book taught him something new. Abraham believed that words had power. He enjoyed telling stories. People loved listening to him. He made them smile. He also made them think. As a young man, Abraham worked many different jobs. He split logs for fences. He worked on farms. He carried heavy loads. Later, he traveled by flatboat. A flatboat is a simple wooden boat. It traveled on large rivers. One day, he arrived in New Orleans. There he saw slavery with his own eyes. He saw men and women being sold like property. The sight shocked him deeply. He believed it was wrong. He never forgot that moment. After returning home, Abraham wanted a different future. He no longer wanted to spend his whole life farming. He wanted to help people. He decided to study law, but he had no money for school. So he taught himself. He borrowed law books. He studied every night. He asked questions. He never stopped learning. Years of hard work slowly changed his life. Soon, a new chapter was waiting for Abraham Lincoln. After years of study, Abraham became a lawyer. He worked in Illinois. Many people trusted him. He was honest and fair. He always listened carefully. He wanted to help others. People respected his character. Soon, he became interested in politics. He believed good leaders could improve people's lives. He gave simple speeches. Everyone could understand him. People admired his honesty. They admired his kindness. In 1834, Abraham was elected to the Illinois state legislature. He was only 25 years old. His confidence continued to grow. Later, he met Mary Todd. She was intelligent and educated. They enjoyed long conversations. They shared many dreams. Over time, they fell in love. In 1842, they were married. Together, they built a family. They had 4 sons. Abraham loved his children deeply. He enjoyed telling them stories. But life was not always happy. 2 of his young sons died. These losses broke his heart. Still, he continued moving forward. As the years passed, Abraham became well known. People across America recognized his honesty. He spoke strongly against slavery. He believed every person deserved freedom and respect. Many people supported him. Others strongly disagreed. The nation was becoming divided. A great challenge was drawing closer. Soon, Abraham Lincoln would face the biggest test of his entire life. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln was elected president. It was a great victory, but not everyone celebrated. Many southern states were angry. They feared change. They wanted to keep slavery. Soon, several states left the Union. They formed a new government. The country was divided. The future looked uncertain. Then the Civil War began. It was the darkest time in American history. Families were separated. Friends fought against friends. Thousands of soldiers went to battle. Every day brought sad news. President Lincoln carried a heavy burden. He worked day and night. He made difficult decisions. He wanted to save the Union. He also wanted freedom for every American. The war lasted 4 long years. Many people lost their lives. The pain was everywhere. But Lincoln never gave up. In 1863, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This important document declared freedom for many enslaved people. It became a turning point in history. Later that year, Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address. It was a short speech, but its message inspired millions. He spoke about freedom. He spoke about equality. He spoke about hope. Slowly, the Union grew stronger. Finally, the war came to an end. The Union had won. Slavery would soon be abolished. Lincoln's dream was becoming reality. But just as peace returned, another tragedy was waiting for him. The Civil War was finally over. The country could begin to heal. Abraham Lincoln felt hopeful. He wanted peace to return. He wanted Americans to become one nation again. He believed forgiveness was important. He wanted people to rebuild together. But tragedy struck. On April 14, 1865, Lincoln went to a theater. He watched a play with his wife, Mary. During the performance, a man named John Wilkes Booth entered the theater box. Booth supported the Confederacy. He hated Lincoln. Without warning, he shot the president. The nation was shocked. Doctors tried to save him. But the next morning, Abraham Lincoln died. He was only 56 years old. Millions of people mourned. They cried for their president. They remembered his kindness. They remembered his courage. They remembered his honesty. Lincoln had started life in a small log cabin. He had little money. He had little education. But he never stopped learning. He never stopped believing. He proved that hard work, honesty, and determination can change a person's future. Today, Abraham Lincoln is remembered as one of America's greatest presidents. His life continues to inspire people all around the world. His story reminds us that our beginning does not decide our future. What truly matters is the courage to keep moving forward. What can we learn from Abraham Lincoln's life? He was not born rich. He was not born powerful. He started with very little, but he never stopped learning. He believed that knowledge creates opportunities. He worked hard every day. He stayed honest. He treated people with respect. He faced many challenges. He lost people he loved. He experienced failure. He lived through war. Yet he never gave up. That is why the world still remembers him. His story teaches us that your future is not decided by where you begin. It is decided by your choices, your effort, and your determination. Learning English is very similar. Some lessons are difficult. Some days feel slow. Sometimes you make mistakes. That is completely normal. Every new word helps you improve. Every story makes you more confident. Every lesson brings you closer to your goal. So, never stop learning. Never stop believing in yourself. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this story. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and support Historytime English. Leave a comment below and tell us which historical figure you would like to discover next. Until our next adventure, take care of yourself. Keep learning, keep listening, and keep enjoying the beautiful journey of English. Goodbye, and see you in the next story.